the draft's underway. We have the Haka being banned out by F.A.T. almost immediately.
All right, so let's me just quick set up the contest so you can talk a little bit about the draft. All right.
Perfect. So F.A.T. will be banning out the Haka. The Haka is a very strong global hero that recently got buffed, so he's able to provide a lot of that frontline damage that you're looking to get. We'll see exactly what Blame the Healer decides to ban out, but it will most likely be another global hero. We will have either Falstad or Brightwing banned out or selected early on. But it's a lot of other warriors and assassins that are very good on this map. We have Zeratul, Samuro even that can invade those camps, Diablo being a very strong warrior at the moment. So there's a lot of options that the blue team's looking to ban, and it will be the Diablo. Diablo is a very strong warrior at the moment because of the recent buff he received to his sustain, as well as his damage mitigation. But it looks like F.A.T. will be looking to pick Thrall up as one of their first picks. Thrall having that Sundering at level 10 is very, very strong, able to provide a lot of crowd control that you need to engage during the tribute fights. So let's see exactly how Blame the Healer decides to react to this. They have a couple of options to deal with this. They could still select Falstad having that gust that you need to disengage, and also being a global hero, but it looks like they will pick up ETC first. Let's see exactly what they decide to do after. It may be even a Brightwing pick to mitigate some of that front line, but instead it will be that Rhaegar pick. Recently, his Bloodlust got a slight buff to the amount of healing it does when having auto attack heroes attack. Let's see exactly what F.A.T. decides to do.
And I think they're gonna pick that Rhaegar because they don't want to face Thrall, Earthquake, and Bloodlust composition. I think it's so strong in the current meta. Definitely not gonna give the enemy that Rhaegar pick up, so they're now having that Malfurion, which is very strong as well with Earthquake. If you can manage to drop that Twilight Dream in the middle of the Earthquake, definitely a strong pickup.
Looks like they're opting to go for Tychus. They may be looking to melt that front line that Blame the Healer may be trying to develop in their draft, but let's see exactly what they lock in. I would really like for Blame the Healer to pick up a Falstad. I'm extremely worried about the engage potential of the F.A.T. team here.
Yeah, definitely. And now we're seeing the Tychus picked up. They definitely have one of the stronger range assassins, and he can easily deal with any tank compositions. So ETC will have a bad time facing the Tychus, but I think that ETC is one of the tanks which can deal with the Tychus, since with a slide in, Tychus can be denied and they can engage on him, but they definitely need a quick engage on to the Tychus.
Oddly enough, Blame the Healer decided to ban out Tyrael, which is rather strange to me, as Tyrael may be one of the heroes that they could have been looking to pick up to deny the F.A.T. team from engaging properly with that Earthquake. But let's see exactly what their plan is.
Yeah,
looks like F.A.T. looking to ban out Bala, another auto attack heavy.
I think Tyrael is one of the stronger heroes on this map, and definitely they could pick him up. I would definitely like that, but maybe they just having something in the backseat for us, like a strategy. They don't want to deal with Tyrael then. So he definitely has a very strong boss control, but yeah, they don't want to deal with him and don't want to give him 2 F.A.T. so they definitely don't want to have him. Maybe they're having a strategy.
Falstad is still on the board. We did have Vala banned out. The synergy between Rhaegar's Bloodlust and Vala is still there, so F.A.T. was looking to mitigate that, but we still have Falstad available, a global hero that can also disengage the F.A.T. team when engaging with the Earthquake.
Yeah.
Let's see if they decide to pick up another frontliner or another support, but it looks like it will be Li Ming, a well-rounded mage that fits into most compositions.
Yeah, and we will definitely I would say they won't go for Bloodlust anymore because Li Ming don't really benefit from that. But maybe we are seeing that that Falstad is going for an auto attack build, so we probably could see a Bloodlust. But I think the good thing is about the draft so far that you are threatening F.A.T. constantly with having your Bloodlust composition.
F.A.T. will be looking to pick up their warrior for sure. And it looks like they're going to opt to go Mirrodin, which is a well-rounded warrior still in the current meta. And that's what they will go for. And with their draft, they can either opt to go another frontliner, possibly Varian, but they may also opt to go for a mage as well. Let's see exactly what they decide to do.
You could possibly see like something like Kel'Thas or Gul'dan. It could be, but maybe they want to have something like more dive heavy, because Thrall is enabling plays like that. And yeah, now we're seeing Kel'Thas picked up by F.A.T. and definitely like the choice. They're having now their own mage, and he's doing a lot of damage.
And I think overall, F.A.T.'s composition is very well-rounded. So good job on their behalf from the draft. And Blame the Healer going to pick up Zarya, possibly going to be using Expulsion Zone to further zone out the engage, but also Zarya providing a lot of sustain.
Welcome everybody, ladies and gentlemen, to the first game between Blame the Healer and F.A.T. number 5. So yeah, let's introduce our teams on the left side. On the blue side, we are having now, Dilla. On that Falstad, we are seeing Yogi. On ETC, Dark Hands on Li Ming, Belle du Jour, on Rhaegar, and Frisimo on that Zarya.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And on the red side, we do have Mirrodin being played by Undead, Varuko on Thrall, Nano on Kiltas, Karox on Tychus, and D1 on Malfurion.
Alright, so let's have a look at the talents. And you're seeing that Blame the Healer is going for a quick and trying to do a little bit of an early poke here on the towers. Yeah, we're seeing, I think, just common and standard talents, and we're seeing that Falstad is going on that auto attack build I just talked about in the draft. So maybe we will see a Bloodlust composition here.
Absolutely. And speaking a bit about the lane setups, we do have Thrall bottom. He has easy access to that siege camp when it's time. So we may see Kiltas or Tychus rotating down there at the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, that could possibly be it. And now they're already taking down a tower on the top lane. So yeah, F.A.T. has to respond to that. Frisimo taking a little bit of damage from Undead. Doing a good job with that. Q's so far.
Quick thing to note, we do have Kiltas and Mirrodin with both of these stacking talents, Convection and Perfect Storm. So we may see very liberal use of those abilities to stack them up.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we are approaching the 2-minute mark. The siege camps will be spawning shortly. We'll see exactly how both teams decide to take these rotations. We do have Rhaegar close to the siege camp on their side. So it looks like the Blame the Healer team is going to be looking to pick up their siege camp right on time. F.A.T. isn't rotating to the siege camp quite yet, so they probably don't have an intention of picking that up.
No,
We do have
so.
Undead on Mirrodin looking to
They're
deny the
invading
siege
that.
camp. Absolutely, but now he's out of position. He needs to be very careful. He's going to be power slided by ETC
Yeah,
and knocked
he will
back.
be dead now.
Absolutely, and at high level play, you do see teams recognize the rotations to those camps, but if there's no one following up, then you're putting yourself at risk, and Mirrodin unfortunately did fall there.
Heroes
Big mistake.
Gather tribute and earn my favor.
Alright,
And the
so,
tribute will be spawning bottom.
yeah, so we are seeing that Blame the Healer is a little bit in favor when we're talking about that siege camp. And now F.A.T. is taking that siege camps a little bit too late, I would say. But yeah,
We do have the level 4s selected for each team if you want to display those.
sorry?
We do have the level 4s selected
Yeah.
for both teams if you want to display this.
I did.
Li Ming poking around from the back line. We do see Tychus trying to do some damage, but the sustain from the Zarya and the frontline ATC are going to zone out the F.A.T. team.
And now Divan is in a little bit of trouble. He will take some serious damage, but he managed to get away, so is Mirrodin. And perfectly zoned out here from Blame the Healer. Get at first tribute.
Now F.A.T. is already rotated into their lanes, so they're getting a lot more soak, but the Mirrodin stun with the Malfurion root almost picked off the ETC bottom. Very well done.
Definitely, very well here from F.A.T. and they try now to punish Blame the Healer with their rotations, so they're doing a quite good job on that.
The
Level
next
7
Crucible will be
talents.
spawning shortly as well.
Yeah, and we're seeing now level 7 talents picked up for F.A.T. Undead has to back up a little bit because he is low on health, and yeah, since we were just saying, Tribute should be up anytime soon. They are really diving here so deep and will get the Li Ming kill. So very well done here and so aggressive from F.A.T.
Neither team is going to opt to get their bruisers for the next tribute, which is completely fine as there was a lot of pressure bottom. And it looks like the next tribute will be on the bottom left side of the map. And we do see Mirrodin scouting out the bruiser just in case. But now it looks like the Rhaegar's a bit overextended. Almost gets rooted by the mouth, but the blue team will be grouping up quickly.
Yeah, and they're already here now for the next tribute. Waiting now for Tychus and Kethas.
Naturally, the blue team is at an advantage, as the red team will have to overextend to deny this tribute. But F.A.T. doing a great job at poking. We do see the majority of Blame the Healer taking a lot of damage.
And now Yogi is in trouble. ETC taking a huge amount of damage.
ETC
and-
will fall.
Oh yeah, he will.
Naming still poking from the backline, but has low health. And F.A.T. will be looking to press
Oh,
this lead, and they will secure this tribute. Weirdly enough, let's see exactly what happens. We do have Fawcett going back to the top lane, so they have decided to give up the tribute.
and
And we
Undead
have-
is doing a
We
great
do
job.
have Rhaegar looking to pick up the siege camp on Blame the Healer's side. The issue with this is it's a little bit too early. The next tribute will be spawning in around a minute, so about the 7-minute mark. This siege camp will most likely get cleared out before it does anything useful. But we do see F.A.T. already pushing down bottom fort. And they will be picking this up, I believe.
Yeah, I would totally agree on that. There is nothing really that Blame the Healer can do against it. They will be managing to push away F.A.T. number 5 for now, but they were just waiting for the next minion wave. But now they have to back up because the next tribute is spawning.
And we'll keep track of Kyota's convection stacks. He does almost have full level stacks. So let's see exactly if he's able to complete his quest.
Oh, and the face melt wasn't enough to catch on that situation. They probably just gave up the tribute at all. So yeah, they definitely need that level 10 to compete in the tribute war. And yeah, that's why they just backed off and let it through.
And speaking of level 10s, we will see Avatar from our Mirrodin, Earthquake from the Thrall Phoenix, from Kyota's Dragon, Laser Drill on the Tychus, and Twilight Dream for the Malfurion.
Yeah, and on the other side, we are now seeing that Rhaegar picked up that Bloodlust, so we definitely seeing some crazy aggressive plays here from Blame the Healer. And yeah, of course they are picking up the Gust, and ETC is waiting with his level 10, since he can easily decide if they want to have that mosh pit during a team fight or they need that stage dive in the end.
Gather tribute or face
Now, once
weakness.
again, the curse will be spawning. Neither team opting to get any camps at the moment. They are looking to get picks before the next tribute so that they can secure it more easily. But this will be the curse tribute for F.A.T. Let's see if Blame the Healer is able to deny this. And we have both teams grouping now to the tribute. Mirrodin trying to channel this, but very unlikely that he will get it.
Yeah, they should be able to deny it so far, and now we're seeing that Undead is going to do a little bit of more pressure.
Interesting to note as well, ETC has not selected his ultimate. Bloodlust is used.
And there's
The
a
red
mosh pit.
team, F.A.T. does pick off the ETC, and we have Rhaegar also falling. Was overextended. Gust is used a bit too late. Leeming and Falstad will have to retreat.
And this
Great job on
means
F.A.T.
curse. Now seeing that the curse will be picked up here for side of F.A.T. number 5, and they will now having a great time doing a little bit of more pressure here to the structures of Blame the Healer, and Undead again so aggressive. I really like it, and they are knowing how deep they can go in so far and doing a great job with doing so.
We do have the ETC casting Mosh Pit, and Mirrodin will fall, was a bit overextended. Leeming coming in, and Zarya zoning out, Kiltas and Thrall. Falstad looking to get some picks, but the Mirrodin and Tychus are relatively safe, and it looks like Thrall will be picked off there.
Yeah, he sees no way of escaping since the explosion zone from Zarya was out, and they just thought, alright, I can't get out of that, and yeah, he was just fighting for his life.
Level 13s have been selected for Team F.A.T. And Blame the Healer is simply looking to soak all the lanes. They don't want to lose out on any soak. They're already a level down. They want to regain their experience. We do have the Rhaegar, Billy Do, Jor getting the siege camp once again. But this is where the strategy comes in, where after the curse ends, F.A.T. will be looking to pick up the boss on their side. But it looks like Blame the Healer will not be simply letting their boss go. They're going to be looking to pick it up as well. And
Yeah,
see if the team's able to regroup.
I'm really curious if the F.A.T. managed to go to the boss for themselves, will they be
They
too
are
late?
rotating. They are rotating to the boss on Blame the Healer side, but it does take around 15 to 20 seconds to rotate, so they will get there a bit too late, and now they are out of there.
Oh, a nice face melt here from Yogi, getting Undead into that stun and root from the boss. Doing a great job on that, and they were trying to now defend the boss here at the fort, and the problem is the boss for F.A.T. number 5 is going to threaten here the key point.
Now, interesting to note, neither team decided to push with their boss, so obviously it won't do much damage. And normally after a curse, the next tribute does take around 2 minutes to respawn, to kind of allow the team that got cursed some time to regroup. So we will see both teams opting to pick up their bruisers and siege camps respectively. Level 13s have been attained by Blame the Healer as well. Almost level 16 for F.A.T.
Yeah, and so we're looking about the talents. I think that the Zarya build is kind of a little bit of uncommon, since you already have a tank and you normally see that Q build on her. So she's not going for the full
We do
damage.
see Twilight Dream being used on the Mirrodin, the Rhaegar, and he does get picked off.
And now
Earthquake being used as well to zone out the Zarya, but it looks like they will also kill the Zarya as well. Well
Undead
done.
is just leaving because he knows, yeah, his team will get the kill anyways. He's doing a great job on that so far. He's so aggressive and he knows where to go to get the enemy. And yeah, they will probably kill Falstad as well. He will fall. Such a great job here from F.A.T.
And as we noted earlier in the draft, Fat Five's composition is very aggressive, and you're seeing the value of an aggressive composition. They are picking off their targets very, very well, and securing those tributes relatively easy.
Oh, and Laser Drill is now used trying to zone a little bit because Korox was in a little bit of trouble since he was a little bit out of position. So yeah, the Dragon Laser is now on cooldown, so you don't have that for the next team fight.
Level
But they-
16 has been attained as well by Fat Five.
Yeah, and they are going for the heavy impact, so definitely like that external stun. And so far I would say pretty common talents. Titan Grenade, of course. Tenacious Roots, you can go for that as well. And yeah, Kalthas is now doing such a huge amount of damage.
Both teams are going to be simply looking to clear their lanes, but the tribute has spawned, and level 16 has been attained by Blame the Healer as well. Mirrodin very overextended, but Fat 5 is going to be backing him up here.
Yeah, they can't really punish the aggressive playstyle here from Undead so far, and this is giving them a really hard time.
They're looking to come in, but unfortunately the zoning of... Looks like Zarya was able to delay the tribute capture. Very well done.
Yeah,
And the
with
blue
a few-
team, looks like Earthquake will be used. Fat 5 is looking to engage now, but they missed all of their lockdown, and we'll see if Zarya decides to delay this tribute, and she will do it once more. Blame the Healer is trying to close the distance. We do have Bloodlust being used. Ball set targeting the Thrall. The Thrall will fall. And it looks like ETC now capturing 3 members of Fat 5, but Twilight Dream did deny it. Explosion Zone not being used. And it looks like Mirrodin falling, as well as Rhaegar. And Malfurion will also fall. Well done by Blame the Healer. They were
And they
able to
are not
patiently
done
wait
yet.
out. Alright, that will be the end of that team fight, but well done by the Blame the Healer. They were able to wait very, very patiently for Fat 5 to kind of use all of their lockdown and ultimates, and then they finally went in. That was a very good team fight on their side.
Definitely, and we're seeing such a huge and high-level play here when we're seeing that perfectly timed Bloodlust here from the Rhaegar. Definitely like that, and he's doing a great job at keeping his team alive. And we're seeing that Thrall and Falstad in a 1v1. Yeah, with that Bloodlust, Thrall can't win against a Falstad. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind for the latest games, because this was something really crazy, I think.
Do keep in mind, Kyotas has now reached maximum convection stacks from his level 1 quest. So you will see a lot of damage coming down, as Kyotas did also get Fury of the Sunwell, which does cast Flame Strike twice in the same area. The red team is getting increasingly more aggressive and dangerous, so Blame the Healer will have to do a good job at delaying these tribute captures and waiting patiently. We do have the Zarya delaying this tribute capture. Blame the Healer did capture the boss on their side, trying to create pressure. I don't think Fat 5 does really mind losing that fort bottom, but
No.
they are actually retreating, and Mirrodin by himself trying to delay this, but needs to be very careful. ETC power sliding in, but does miss.
Yeah, very
And the
great.
blue team needs to be very careful. They are now caught in the Earthquake. Mosh Pit is being used. Malfurion out of position does use his Ice Block, and now Blame the Healer does lose the ETC. Unfortunately, not able to lock down and kill their target. They did not wait, as they did last time, for the fight to come to them, and
A little bit overextending here for their side. Undead did a very great job here with that Dwarf Toss. The ETC thought he could slide in, but yeah, as he just slided into the arms of his opponents. And yeah, that was his end. So now we're seeing heavy pressure on the first keep here. And Blame the Healer has to be very passive to defend that.
absolutely, and unfortunately, they will lose their top keep. But this is fine as long as they don't wipe. Twilight Dream is being used, and the root does go off. Zarya will fall. And they will continue to push with the boss, Fat 5, pressing their advantage. This
Yeah,
is
level
very
20
looking
for
very
them.
bad. Definitely, we do see Earthquake being used in Falstead now, having, unfortunately, dying to the Earthquake, and there's not
This will
much
be
Blame the Healer could do. Fat5 is completely focusing the core, and it will fall there. Well done by Fat5.
wow. What a game we just saw right now. I have to give props to F.A.T. It was so well played by them. And F.A.T. is doing exactly what I talked about. They're banning now the Kerrigan in the first ban rotation. So they don't want to deal with Blame the Healer playing that Kerrigan. So I like that choice because it's hard to play a good Kerrigan player, and maybe we seeing that F.A.T. put out a little bit of their researchers that Blame the Healer plays a good Kerrigan, and of course we are seeing now Sylvanas is banned as well. Definitely see that Thrall first pick again, since Thrall, I have to tell you guys, Thrall is in my opinion, yeah, a game-winning factor, definitely. And Blame the Healer will now pick up Diablo and Tychus, which I really love as well, since both of the heroes are kinda good to deny an Earthquake, because Tychus is very good at dealing damage at all, so he sorry, he doesn't really care about the Earthquake so much. Putting out that laser or putting out the Odin, he will be fine. And yeah, Apocalypse definitely doing a great job against an Earthquake as well. And F.A.T. number 5 now picking up Malfurion, so decent choice as well, going for the same strategy as we saw in the last game. So I would say we're not seeing something uncommon so far, because on Infernal Shrines you definitely want to have those picks. You want to have that solo laner, you want to have a decent healer with sustain, and now we're seeing that wave clear hero as well. So Keltas is being picked up by F.A.T. and yeah, he is really good at clearing those shrines mini. So Keltas definitely like that choice here as well. Saw last game that they did a great job on him. So let's just check who played it. Alright, I have already closed the score screen, so never mind. And yeah, blaming the healer now with that second ban. Let's see what they're going to go for. And there is a targeted Muradin ban, probably. Oh, right, the ban, the contest. So sorry. Yeah, let's get ahead with the contest. I totally forgot about that again. Alright, let's start with that. Good thing you're saying something, Nuxation. Eating on stream, Takaloy, yeah, fail fish. I'm not blaming you for that one. Alright, and we're seeing a Dehaka ban from F.A.T. So I like the choice because Dehaka would be a threat to F.A.T. since they don't think they want to go now for 2 tanks. Undead is betting against himself. You should have some faith in yourself, Undead. Definitely. Alright, and Blame the Healer, picking up ETC and Rhaegar. Alright, so let's think about that one. ETC, now they have two... yeah, they have now 2 tanks, which could probably work as a solo tank. So why would they go for that one? They have the Mosh Pit, that could probably be a really good pickup. And F.A.T. is now messing with me. With that murky pre-pick. Definitely I see that. I see that coming. Yeah, they go for Tyrell, of course. They don't want to deal with the moshpad value. I like that choice so far, but I'm not quite sure if ETC and Diablo will work out. They have now really strong CC on the side of Flame the Healer. So this could probably work out. But let's see what they will go for in the end. F.A.T number 5 now hovering over Falstad. So I like the choice as well if they would go for Falstad, having that gust to get rid of the Bloodlust composition. Would totally work out. It would deny a mosh pit. It would deny a follow-up on Apocalypse. Maybe we're seeing Fire Breath as well. Could totally work out as too if we're seeing mosh pit. But this could probably just be a stage dive as well. So both would be possible. Can we bet over 1000? Yeah, you can bet over that. You can bet, I think, till 10,000. I'm not quite sure. Could be 10,000, yeah. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the second game between Blame the Healer and F.A.T number 5. On the left side, on the blue side, we are now having here Blame the Healer with Dilla on Gul'dan, Yogi on ETC, La Frisimo on Diablo, Belle de Jour on Rhaegar, and Dark Hints on that Tychus. Alright, and for the right side, we are having F.A.T number 5 with Nano on Kalthas, Karax, playing that Falstad on that Ontario, Divan on Malfurion, and of course Valruko on that Brawl. So we are now in. Welcome back Ghosty as well. So the awesome casting, and we are already seeing some action here as Yogi taking a huge amount of damage in the middle from the burst composition here from F.A.T number 5. He will go down, and we are seeing the typical level 1 brawl so far. Looking at convection stacks, of course, again. Already 5 for Nano, so he's doing a good job at that so far.
Now it's important to note as well that the shrine will be spawning in about a minute, and the content will be given at 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we'll see how the teams decide to rotate once more. We just see a skirmish happening bottom.
Oh yeah, again, and Undead is in a little bit of trouble, but he will get away safely. This looks very funny, because the Frisimo was taking his Q on Karax in the same second that he was able to barrel roll away. So that was a huge range Q from Diablo.
And 5 more seconds until the announcement, and we'll start seeing both teams start rotating to the shrine. Thrall may continue solo laning as well, just to get more experience for them.
Yeah, and Darkins is in a little bit of trouble. He's so low on hit points, he can't really deal with Thrall. Of course not. And he has now to go back to this fountain. Be ready in full HP for the first shrine phase. Of course, they're having a little bit better composition to split soak here with Karax on that Falstad here on the bottom lane. So Diablo will be missing all the action on the top lane.
And it looks like F.A.T 5 will be getting that shrine advantage. And let's see exactly when Falstad and Diablo decide to rotate. Falstad is global, he can just fly up and help F.A.T 5. So far both teams looking to capture any monsters they can and pretty much just poking each other out for now.
Yeah, level 4 now for both sides here, and Undead is taking a huge pressure, and he will definitely fall to the damage here from Tychus, but in the end, Belle de Jour was a little bit overextending and will fall for herself as well. So seeing that Dilla is now taking a huge amount of damage, will he fall? Yes, he will. So does ETC. Well done here from F.A.T 5 with the rotation from Falstad here in the last second to maybe get another kill. Yeah, they will get Diablo. Darkins is now in trouble as well, so we may be seeing a full team up here. No, we won't, because the Q from Falstad hasn't the range he
F.A.T
needed.
5's ability to teamfight is so impressive. They know exactly where they should be focusing their attacks, and they know exactly how to regroup so that they don't lose their members. So
Yeah,
well done by them here.
Definitely Very well played. They are now a level ahead as well. So they did a great job with rotating and XP soaking from that kills. Especially there are 5 kills already. We're not even 4 minutes in the game. So very well played so far by them. Punisher will now fall, and we are seeing that level 7 talent already picked up here from F.A.T. And I would say nothing so unpopular, but Baruko has now a bad time on throw. He will maybe fall to Bell, but the trade value again saving his life. So we probably see some of the teams go for camps, and yeah, as I'm talking about that, Belle de Jour and Darkens will exactly do that to build up some lane pressure.
It's interesting as well. The Immortal will be spawning in roughly another minute. So really the camps that do the most damage are the Bruther camps on this map, if you're able to time them during the spawn of the shrines. These goats that were just captured are going to be cleared out relatively easily by F.A.T. What's going to be really important to notice is when they decide to get their Bruiser camps on this map.
Yeah, this timing is very important, especially because the first Punisher was on the top lane, so we won't see another top lane Punisher for now. And now very well played here from Kerox, waiting for that barrel roll to get away after the overwhelm from Diablo. So he was able to jump out of 4 members of Blame the Healers, so very well played by them. Now
You see
Kerox again
Diablo flipping over Falstead.
might be in trouble now.
Oh, and Falstead will fall.
I think Tyrell will have a bad time as well. No, he has his Q ready again.
Now the saving grace for F.A.T. is they're about to reach level 10, and Falstead will be spawning shortly. I would like to see them soaking bot lane at this time, but unfortunately they are trying to
Oh, and very sweet.
control. Ugh.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
but Bell is now in trouble as
healer.
well. They will get there. But Undead and Baruko are in trouble as well. When the Q Flame Strike from from Kathas will be able not to get away. Wow, this is a full, almost a full Clown Fiesta we are seeing. It was such a huge team fight, losing 4 of your own team and losing 3 of your from the side of Blame the Healer.
And F.A.T. had the lead. They needed to wait patiently for their ultimates, but they unfortunately were too overextended, and you did see Blame the Healer take that opportunity to engage. And you do see ETC coming in. Now what's the power side? Phoenix is casted, Twilight Dream is used, but Earthquake now securing the ETC, and Tychus does receive that Ancestral Bloodlust. Will not be happening this game.
And
You
now
do see
in trouble.
Intensification going off, Tychus doing a lot of damage.
Wow, such a great play here from the Blame the Healer. They are now getting the Punisher and will try to do some pressure on Undead. But Paul said, why are you going back into the fight? Whoa, Bell!
Oh
What
my
was
God.
the jump? It was such a huge jump! Again, Kerox is timing it very well. As soon as Bell jumped on that fall set, he was able to barrel roll away, and that increased the jump duration from Bell here. Yeah, she will pay with her life for that jump.
Map hacks.
Yeah,
map hacks,
Mapex,
okay.
definitely Mapex.
Alright, and the Ice John Cena will be wrecking F.A.T.'s heat cannons, and it looks like Blame the Healer is going to have to retreat. But the level gap between both teams has closed up quite a bit. Blame the Healer taking advantage of a lot of the missed positions of F.A.T number 5,
Yeah,
but
they're
they are
doing a
going to
great job.
regroup. Absolutely, and keep note of that time. The Immortal will be respawning in another minute in 20. Excuse me, the Shrine. So we'll see if either team decides to get their bruisers. Once again, the goat camp will be taken early on. Not too much value will be had for these goats, but the bruiser camp is really what I want to see taken, as that will begin that split push during the next shrine. Looks like the red F.A.T number 5 playing very aggressively, but
Yeah, they're trying to find now Yogi, but they won't be able to do so. They're now going for that bruiser camp, as you just talked about that. The next shrine will be available in another 30 seconds. So they're taking it a little bit early, I would say. They could probably wait another 10 seconds to get much more value out of it.
based off the positioning of Blame the Healer, it's completely fine that they're taking it a little bit early. It could definitely start pressuring the lane, but Blame the Healer can easily react to this. So I think that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, definitely. They are now picking up themselves the bruiser camp, and they will easily clear the bruiser camp from F.A.T 5 out, and they now will have the advantage here as we talk about the bruiser camp.
Absolutely. And Blame the Healer timing that just a little bit better. Looks like F.A.T number 5 prioritizing getting that bruiser just to rotate to the shrines a lot quicker. And you'll see both teams pretty much colliding right about now. You see the Tyrael playing very aggressively, and
yeah, they're now clearing up the camp from top lane. This will be giving Blame the Healer a lot of time to really take now the position on the shrine.
now Kyotas has reached his full convection stack, so he is doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, and Gul'dan finished
The
his
root
quest
on
event.
you do see Earthquake going off. Phoenix being used in Twilight Dream. The entirety of Blame the Healer is having to retreat. ETC now out of position. Will use Stage Dive in the same position. Intensification being casted, but ETC being taken down. It looks like Apocalypse will be used. But F.A.T number 5 is taking a very good fight. They are continuing to press the advantage. And it looks like Blame the Healer will lose the Shrine, unfortunately. Did not commit to the fight correctly.
Yeah, such a huge fight was going on, and so
Diablo
important.
coming in and taking up Falstad. Falstad now out of position, does use Gust, but unfortunately will still fall. Malfurion rooting the Diablo, but not enough damage. And it looks like Tyrael is potentially going to be picked off. Takis now in the front line, Diablo coming back in. And Tyrael now will fall as well as Thrall.
Maybe we will see
Blame
some of
the
his
Healer
trade value. Yeah,
turning this around, and they actually will pick up the Shrine. Well done. They're actually taking back this game very decisively.
That was so close, Kofi. What is happening on the shrine fights here? It was
Well,
so
we did
awesome.
see, unfortunately, the advantage that F.A.T 5 had when securing the ETC kill, they lost it when they overextended onto the shrine. They needed to continue poking, but we'll see exactly how they're able to stop this.
Ooh, and
Falstad getting out just in
Karox.
time.
This was very far. It was so deep. He could have gone very deep and could have be a kill on him.
You see the Mortar John Cena going down, unfortunately not able to take down any of the keep cannons, but that's completely fine. We do see Blame the Healer trying to re-rotate. They're taking the bottom right side siege camp. This is very dangerous. They need to be very careful. Rhaegar is not with them. And Diablo now taking a lot of damage. It's going to be rooted, and Horrify will be used.
Feels so good. Horrify doing so much value, and they're trying now to find Diablo.
But unfortunately, Horrify was used. This was a waste. Gust now to disengage. And they won't have Horrify for another 60 seconds.
But I think it's perfectly fine, because the next shrine won't happen any earlier, so they don't really want to fight. They could use to search a fight, because they are now a level ahead, and especially a talent ahead. So definitely this could be a time where Blame the Healer want to search for a fight.
You do see Blame the Healer pressuring all sides of the map. The bottom siege camp will be captured as well as the middle goats pushing in. And their Bruiser camp will be spawning in about another 40 seconds, so we'll see exactly if they decide to get that when the shrine spawns. And it looks like F.A.T 5 is just looking to defend. They are a talent down.
Yeah, they have to defend. They are exactly doing that. They're now trying to pressure a little bit in the middle lane. Maybe trying to get at least cannon towers, but they will now rotate to the bottom lane. and maybe doing a little bit more pressure on that one.
Now Blame the Healer's doing some preliminary work on the cannons. They're looking to take that down to potentially take on the keep later on. And it looks like there will be an engagement. Tyrael out of position will be horrified and unfortunately will fall. Sanctification used just as he died. And now Twilight Dream being casted. Ancestral onto Diablo. And F.A.T number 5 will have to retreat. Diablo, ETC using Stage Dive. And Diablo coming in. Apocalypse will be casted. But no follow-up. Well done by Blame the Healer, able to secure that Tyrael. Unfortunately, Tyrael was overextended.
Yeah, and we're seeing that now. The next shrine will be active in some seconds, and they will miss Tyrael for about, I would say, like 5 seconds when they arrive at the shrines. So they definitely don't wanna go to the shrine so far. They will probably doing the siege camp, the bruiser camp. No, they won't.
They're actually, this is an arcane punisher. They're looking to definitely secure this. It's going to do a lot of damage. Tyrael's going to be coming in shortly. The fight did happen bottom, so there was enough time for Tyrael to respawn.
Yeah, we are not so late in the game, so death timers are not so high so far. Nice loot here on Tychus.
Power sight on the Malfurion, Gust having to be used. Malfurion was out of position. F.A.T number 5 does have 2 ults available. R5 is now available for Blame the Healer. And Tyrael once again will be flipped over by the Diablo. Needs to be very careful. Sanctification is not up.
Oh, but Tychus now is completely out of position.
Fall. Horrify being used in Stage Dive on the backline. And the entirety of Blame the Healer is split up. They don't know who to focus. And Wu Dan will also fall. ETC now having to come back. But they're all doing a lot of work on the backline. Twilight Dream being used. Diablo.
So sweet. He can't escape from that one. And this was not the best team fight here from Blame the Healer. They did such a great job in the earlier fights. Well, now they were just so huge, splitted, and can't really focus on one hero. And that's why they lost now 2 of them. Will lose the Arcane Punisher as well. So yeah, it was a little bit overextending, and they thought they were in a better position since Tyrael was there already. So I think it was a little bit unconcentrated of their fight.
F.A.T 5 did split up to get that bruiser. This is going to be their winning condition. They just need to push down top keep and potentially rush it later on. And you do see the Arcane John Cena jumping over, doing a lot of damage on the back line. F.A.T number 5 is ripping down the front cannons of this keep, and now they're actually going to be attacking it. Blame the Healer needs to be very careful. If they lose any members, they can easily lose the game at this moment. This Arcane Punisher doing a lot of work. This is exactly why you want to capture this Punisher, but F.A.T number 5 will be having to retreat. They don't want to push any further. This lane is now cleared up. They can easily go for core on this side when they get the opportunity. Well done by F.A.T number 5. They actually will be securing level 20 shortly. Let's see what Blame the Healer is going to opt to do.
Yeah, they definitely have to get the map controller back on their side. They lost it in the last team fight, so they definitely want to have that back anytime soon. But it now looks that F.A.T number 5 will take here on the camp they want, and since they are very close to level 20, they definitely have the control here over the map. Level 20 now picked up for F.A.T number 5, and we're seeing Storm Shield is being taken. So is Nexus Frenzy from Forstead, so we're seeing no epic mount. Same for, of course, for Kel'Thas, Urban Shields as well, and Hardened Shield by Tyrael. So definitely good pickup they made, and I definitely like the Nexus Frenzy here from Forstead. He's doing a great job on that damage so far. Now Diablo is a little bit out of position here. I would say maybe they will find him. Will be very close.
Oh my goodness.
This was so close. If he couldn't get away, this could be probably had cost them the game. I can tell you that. If he hadn't the souls to respawn quickly. Because if you're getting that early pickup. They could probably go for Shrine and don't care at all about.
Blame the Healer is actually going to be pushing down the bottom keep. They're not level 20 yet. They need to be very careful.
Yeah, they
Fat
will pick
number
it up
5
now.
looking to defend, and now they will pick it up. So they're going to leave Falstad on the Shrine. And let's see exactly what they decide to do. Fat number 5 doing the correct strategy. They are just leaving Falstad to get that Shrine alone. And
But I think it was pretty good that they forced the Hearthstone of Fat 5, so now they can try to get Falstad. Because they know on the middle lane they are.
Oh no, Falstad overextended. Gus needs to be used immediately. And very well done by Blame the Healer.
Wow.
Falstad should have expected that.
Yeah, he should have used his flight to get out of that. Definitely. As soon as he saw that they're gonna go for him, he should just use flight.
A lot of damage coming down from the kill toss. Phoenix being used in Ancestral going off on the Diablo. Earthquake as well, but unfortunately, the entirety of Blame the Healer is looking to disengage. You can see using Stage Dive, and now Take is doing a lot of damage intensification having to be used. Apocalypse will get a couple of the members, but no follow-up. Fat number 5 still relatively alright. Looks like Blame the Healer is just looking to pick up the Shrine. 35 monsters now. Very, very close. Kilta's still trying to poke out, but this Immortal will be going to blame the
they
Healer.
have to go back to the core because there are three catapults now pressuring the core. They will take off some of core damage now.
I would have absolutely liked for them to ignore those catapults. They could have actually continued pushing. This could be their winning push, but unfortunately the Blame the Healer team is going to be split up a little bit, and Fat number 5 is going to be looking to split us up.
Yeah, they will definitely easily clear out the Punisher, and with the flamethrower from Kathos, it's such a huge zoning potential they have because you can't ignore that flame strikes on Kathos, and the Punisher didn't do anything at all.
That was a huge waste. They were able to capture the Punisher very decisively, but they actually did not pressure in with the Immortal, and you saw how little it did there. And I would have definitely liked for them to ignore the catapult's top. Taking a bit of core damage is completely alright. They would have been able to secure that keep.
Oh, and Diablo now completely overextending. He's using his teleport to get out. Wow. I almost saw him hitting the ground because he was so out of position. That could have been a kill on him. So very well played by him to getting that teleport level 20 talent.
We do see ETC pushing down the top 4. This isn't a fort they're looking to actually take. They're potentially looking to bait out Fat number 5. Kyota's doing a lot of poke damage. Still using that Flame Strike build. And it looks like Fat number 5 is going to be rotating to that Bruiser camp. And all they simply want to do is create a lot of pressure. The top lane for them is already cleared out. They can easily send one person to delay the entirety of Blame the Healer while the rest of the team rushes their core. But that isn't a strategy you use unless you're definitely sure of the possibility of you taking down that core. And they're going to be as well taking down the top bruisers of Blame the Healer, and this is going to be a massive push top lane. They're going to have to come back and defend this.
Definitely they have to defend this, and I would say they will probably be the next Shrine phase anytime soon, so they have to do it. Yeah, there it is.
Now fortunately for Blame the Healer, the top Shrine has activated, so they're naturally going to be able to defend this massive wave pushing in top. And then they're going to be able to rotate to the Shrine, whereas Fat number 5 is going to have to clear out bottom and then rotate to the top lane.
Yeah, and they sent out Malfurion to it as well, so he will not be in time, and this is a perfect timing now for Blame the Healer to give them a huge position advantage here on the next Shrine phase.
Absolutely. We already see Diablo hiding in that bush. Tyria looking to come in and potentially take some space, but Blame the Healer is already set up. They're doing a lot of damage. They're already getting started on the Shrine, but the poke from Kiltas is already securing a couple of monsters.
Yeah, that level 20 talent is so huge and it does such a huge amount of damage. They're definitely doing a great job here on punishing and poking. Sanctific Ancestral had been used already, so they don't have that for 100 seconds more.
This is very tough. And it looks like ETC now out of position. Earthquake will be used. All of damage going down. Twilight Dream also casted Horrify on the entirety of the rate. Number 5, and ETC going in as well.
But he
He
will
will
be
fall.
deleted. This is so bad for Blame the Healer now. And this Punisher will threaten now the core. That will be straight going to the core. This could probably be game.
Now, it's important to note as well, the Ice John Cena does do a lot of damage, especially since he's able to lock down members of the opposite team. So when you're fighting the Ice Punisher, you really have to leave. You can't stay there and, and fight. So
Yeah.
sometimes you'll see teams try to press and fight under the Ice Punisher, but they end up getting rooted and just wiped.
And now we're seeing that on the move, they're on the hunt, trying now to interrupt here the retreat from Blame the Healer, and they are needing exactly that time, because ATC is away another 9 seconds. They definitely have to push the Punisher to the mid keep, and they're now trying to do exactly that, and Diablo will be able to do that. Yes, he will, and they now having the chance to fight. No, the Punisher will go back. Oh, cool. Okay, he will go for the mid keep, so very huge fear now from Gul'dan.
So well done by Blame the Healer. They were able to bait the Punisher over to the other keep, but their core is still taking a lot of damage. Earthquake being used, Tyrael out of position, and Twilight Dream will be casted. Thrall will fall.
And now
for
this is
that
looking
number
very
5.
good for Blame the Healer.
John Cena looking to take place in this fight, and we do see Apocalypse going down as well. ETC going down, taking a lot of focus fire, and Take is now having to use Odin. We will see the F.A.T number 5 team having to retreat. The Ice Punisher is falling down, and they're losing a lot of members. They need to definitely go back. They need to be very careful.
Yeah, but this could be a game. Darkins has now to defend. No minion wave here for them, and they will be managing to get back. Oh, Darkins has
now
to be careful.
Be very careful. Absolutely.
If he falls,
They
this
actually
will
have
be a
enough
game.
damage to take this down. They need to just all in the core at this point. They actually do have enough damage to take it down. And there it goes.
There it goes. Wow, what a game! Just saw. This is so close. It was just so close. GG, well played, definitely.